Natives Nora Hayden issued a book, Astrological Love, and it was not a success. But 10 plus years later, it became a bestseller, but only a naming changed. How to satisfy a woman every time and have her back for more. Make a strong positioning to sell. I'm Mana, Nigmati.pro, and I want to show you our very special thing, ConceptBook. First, I want to explain that it's not just something invented, it's our broad experience in different fields, and we know that it's a cool tool for leaders, marketers, and anyone involved in sales. And no matter what the company's size and stage of development is, it can be a startup or a corporate structure, everyone deserves and need to have a concept. Our concept book has three main parts. First is thematical base, then archetypal framework, and bullets. And let's see how it works. First, we need to answer three main questions, but it's not that easy. What we offer from real value to the client, to whom the most tricky part, and why they should choose us. So you should know who are around and make something different to express that. It's not very easy. I want to show you two people with similar background, but quite different requests. So your audience is not just demographics. Your audience are the requests, the pain points that your product can cover. Second part of our concept book is archetypal framework. It's that make the feeling of mind product based on psychological sounds and the concept of Carl Jung. These are 12 foundations that all strong brands use. It's what that's understandable without explanation, no matter what country, culture, and what are the background of people. It's unified structures that work and that sell. How we use it? First, we combine 12 archetypes into 4 groups. On vertical size, you can see transform a value, and the opposite, preserve a value. Horizontally, social value, so in being part of the group or community, and the opposite, individuality, so in being something different. And then we put our competitors into these 4 squares and find out if there's some spare part, some window that we can occupy to make something different. On the screen there is an exercise that we have done to our cybersecurity partner, and we have chosen the transformed values that is not occupied by competitors. And to be specific, we have chosen hero archetype. And then what we do, we find out what are the essence of these archetypes and what are the meanings that are compliant to our brand strong sides. And after, the magic starts, as every archetype has its visual embodiment, and it's not just pictures or photographical styles. These are real designs and typographics. So you find out the window, competitor free, then find out your strong meanings, visuals, and make a system of visuals where colors and images are not just because our designer or our client enjoys, that are just part of some systematical brand communication, when your visuals are continuation of your inner points. And the third part of our concept book is bullets. These are pitchy phrases that you repeat from touch to touch in all your communications, in all your landings, emails, printed materials, in pictures, when you have 20 seconds and you can touch the hearts. So our concept book has 3 main parts: thematical base, archetypal framework, and bullets. To be true, much more is inside. On the screen you can see just part of our concept book. It's a cool tool to have a deep and brief at the same time dive into what we are and what are we moving forward to. And it's a beautiful decision, as when you understand it, the audience as well understands. And it's a win-win situation, as people find something they enjoy and like. satisfy their need, and you develop your business. I wish you to invest your time in working with meanings, find your strong positioning, and have satisfied clients. Working with concept is something that results directly to your sales.